Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we have some recent news regarding SMT3 Nocturne HD Remaster. So, some pretty interesting news going on here is that SMT3 Nocturne HD Remaster has gotten its ESRB rating. So what that means is that is the committee that basically rates and goes through games, but it is not just the people that rate games all over the world. That is for the English release of video games. I think UK uses some different things like PEGI 12 and some different things like that, but, well, just PEGI, I guess. But of course, it is SMT, it's, Atlas, it's like the Persona games, they're all rated M for the most part. And there's a reason why that is rated M, but there's some pretty interesting things behind this and what this might actually mean. Typically, games are rated before they're finalized, put the stamp on there and then shipped out. It obviously has to be rated before it can actually be something that people get their holds on, the hands a hold of, because they have to make sure whether or not they are suitable to actually have children play it or not. And a certain type of company has to go through and rate them first. So a cool thing about this is that we might be seeing SMT3 Nocturne HD Remaster a lot sooner than we thought, or really, I guess, when we thought, which is around this time, like we said, like we knew, around spring is when we knew this game was going to be dropping. For the most part, that's also what they had said. So SMT3 HD also was rated by Sero, which is B, which means 12-year-old and up, over in Japan and some other Asian parts of the world. So it was basically rated 12 years old and up, which is similar to like 13 and up sort of deal, or basically like T for teen. Basically over at, the English part of the world, we have like T for teen, which is basically kind of that rating. Kind of not, I guess you could say. I know E for everybody was also called like 12 plus up at some point, or E12, or there's a lot of different ratings that happen, but a kind of cool thing is seeing the differences. And I guess over in America and just English parts of the world, we definitely see a lot more of this stuff as like taboo. And there's a couple different reasons why it's rated at something like M for mature, which is typically 18 plus is basically what that means. When you buy a game that's actually M rated, it's meant for being 18 plus. And I didn't really know this at the time. Whenever I was like 16, 17 and I started buying video games by myself, I actually went to my local Walmart and bought a game, and the guy's like, oh, can I see your license? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, can I see your license? I gotta make sure you're 18. I'm like, what? He's like, I didn't even know that. I figured it just said M for mature. I was pretty dumb as a kid. I didn't realize it, but technically, if you're younger than 18, you cannot buy Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD Remaster when it hits the shelves because it is rated M. I thought that was kind of strange. I didn't really know that. A lot of times they don't actually care or notice. It's not like they really card you. It's not like it's alcohol. They're not really going to get in trouble, but technically they should ask you for something like that. But I don't know. That's a little tidbit there, little story I have there. But there is the reasonings why this thing got the M rating, and that a lot of the time has to deal with nudity. It isn't really the alcohol consumption or a lot of the times the cursing or stuff like that. I believe there's allowed to be like one F word and things that are PG rated, stuff like that. But there is the nudity aspect of the game that really makes it to where it is giving that M rating instead of something like that T for teen rating. A lot of it has to actually do with the phallic-shaped head and torso of the demons that suggests traits referenced in the text. Also, the succubus women and the allusions to saying, sex and the allusions to sex happening and different things like that. A lot of times that is actually why. And a bloodied man having his neck snapped and a character lying in corridors stained with blood streaks, stuff like that. Topless demons and demonic creatures, phallic shaped. Like I said, you know which one I'm talking about. Succubuses and just basically sex in general and stuff like that. That is the reason why it has the M rating. But like I said, over in Japan and other Asian parts of the world, it's not as taboo to talk about those sorts of things. It's not necessarily as bad of a thing. Like things like hentai and anime being kind of pervy, that's just sort of humor. It's not something to be really hiding. Over in Western parts of the world, we tend to hide it more. And there's a case whether or not that's good or a case whether or not that's bad. That's sort of up to what the person sort of thinks. That's really just at the end of the day kind of up to you. I think parents should regulate those type of things, and we shouldn't have to have like a rating company sort of tell us whether or not something should be good for us to have or not. Really should be the parents sort of looking at stuff. But for the most part, you have to look for certain things like that to actually see the M rating actually be there. Most of the time, you could probably get rid of a demon or two in some of the older games, and it probably would be rated T for teen, but that's the thing about Atlas. At least I'm glad with their games. They're like, we're going to make this exactly how we want it to. If it gets rated M, it's rated M. So what? Persona 4 Golden, that's technically rated M somehow. It's because of just the certain things. You might go a whole playthrough of Persona 4 Golden and never find why it's a rated M. But, you know, it is what it is. It's alright. But I think that's going to be it, guys. It has been rated M. So I will keep up to date on whether or not we end up seeing anything else for SMT3 Nocturne HD Remaster. It should be coming out soon, so I would not be surprised if we start to see potentially a leaked trailer or something like that. All the trailers from past games have been leaked so far, so I would not be surprised if we end up seeing a leaked trailer soon, a leaked release date on some type of Asian website or something like that. There's probably going to be something along those lines leaked here soon. I bet you it'll probably be some type of trailer first, and then we'll probably see some promotional art or something like that leaked alongside that here within the next probably couple of weeks if this thing is planning out to come out within the next month or so. Realistically, within the next month or so, we probably are going to be seeing SMT3 Nocturne HD Remaster hitting stores. So I will be sure to keep you guys up to date. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. Click that bell to be notified whenever I go live again for, you know, streaming stuff like that. But also whenever I have a new video come up, so you can be informed on when you get the next bit of content, especially I think Shin Megami Tensei related, Persona related, stuff like that. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.